Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the Alpha 19er Evade 1.5 Full, which is one of the most well-rounded and versatile bags that I've had a chance to test out. This has become a very popular bag in the backpack and carry community over the past couple of years. It actually won Carryology's Best EDC Backpack of the Year award. And a while back we looked at the Stealth Cobra collaboration that was done with Carryology. I was very impressed with that bag. However, there was something about the original versions of the Evade that really stood out to me. It seemed to have some additional functionality, and I just kind of liked the vibe of it a little bit more. So I was excited to have a chance to test it out over these past couple of weeks. In this video, I'm going to be talking about my experience using it. I'll show you how I've loaded it out, walk through all the features, and I'll also talk about how it compares to some of the other similar bags that are currently on the market. Before jumping into the video, I want to thank Helm from Alpha 19er for sending the bag for me to test out. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Danny, and on this channel we love reviewing popular travel and everyday carry gear. If you like these types of videos and you'd be interested in seeing more, please consider subscribing as it helps the channel out a lot. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. Starting off with the overall aesthetic, to me the bag has a pretty functional vibe. It's got a lot of straps and attachment points, pockets, so it's not a super minimal or sleek bag. But I think this works well for the type of bag that this is. I actually prefer this aesthetic to the Stealth Cobra that we looked at a while back. I think it just kind of matches a little bit more. And it's still something that's pretty versatile. It kind of reminds me of a North Face backpack, with the bungee cords on the front. And it's something that I would be comfortable taking into an office environment, using for exploring a city, traveling, or taking into the outdoors. As far as the materials, the bag feels really solidly built. The version that I have here is 500D Cordura nylon. It's also offered in a few other fabric options such as 1050D and ripstop nylon. The choice of the fabric could impact the price a little bit. I've always been a fan of 500D. It feels very rugged, but I also like that it's kind of broken in right out of the box. It's soft, it molds around the items that are on the inside of my bag. It's not the most weather resistant fabric on its own, but it does feel like it's going to keep my items protected from light or rain. And then you also have some really nice reverse coil YKK zippers all throughout. In addition to the YKK zippers, you also have some nice Woojin buckles all throughout, so the bag really does have a robust build quality. One thing to note about that is that it does lead to a pretty heavy weight. It comes in at 4.4 pounds in the material that I have it here, which is a lot when the bag isn't packed out. However, due to the harness system that we'll take a look at in a little bit and the overall comfort of the bag, it's not something that I've really had an issue with, but definitely worth noting if you're somebody who really pays attention to the weight of your bag. Continuing along the outside of the bag, you have two external water bottle pockets, which I was really excited to see. This is becoming more and more rare on bags nowadays, and the implementation here is great. They offer plenty of space. I was easily able to fit my 26-ounce Yeti Rambler as well as the 20-ounce water bottle that I typically carry with me. So a lot of flexibility here. I think that these pockets are a little bit easier to use than the ones that were on the Stealth Cobra, and they still hug the back when they're not in use due to the elasticity that they have. On the sides, you also have compression straps that are going to allow you to attach additional items to the bag that maybe don't fit on the inside. If you have something taller that you're placing into the water bottle pocket, you can secure it with the compression strap, and it also helps secure your bag, kind of tighten everything that's on the inside or make it look a little bit slimmer when it's not completely packed out. On the bottom of the bag, you have some additional compression straps, so these also have some nice buckles that are going to make it very easy to hold something like a yoga mat or a larger tripod, and you can fully remove these if you don't plan on using them and to just give the bag a cleaner look. And then on the front of the bag, you have a bungee cord that's going to allow you to, again, just hold more items, give you some flexibility with the items that you can store. And you can fully remove this if you prefer not to use it. I actually like the look that it gives the bag, but it's nice that you have the option to take it off. And then you also have a Velcro patch area on the front where you can customize the bag if you want. I love that Alpha 19er includes a matching sort of patch that kind of hides that if you prefer to just have, the more minimal aesthetic on the front. And then at the top of the bag, you have a well padded and comfortable handle. It's got kind of a seatbelt like material, so it's something that you'll be able to hold without having it dig into your fingers too badly, even when the bag is a little bit heavier. One more note while we're talking about the outside of the bag is that because it has a fairly wide base, it actually stands up pretty well on its own, which is super convenient when you're going to work somewhere. You just place the bag down, you can reach down and grab anything from the compartments that you need to. Moving into the capacity, the bag comes in at about 24 to 25 liters, which is a really versatile size in my opinion. I was able to hold all the items that I normally like to carry with me on my day-to-day, and I still had some leftover space. And this is a little bit of a larger bag because of the depth that it has and the amount of pockets. It can stick out a little bit more than some of the slimmer EDC bags that we featured on the channel, but it never felt so overwhelmingly big that I would be uncomfortable taking this onto public transit, walking around a crowded city, or carrying onto most domestic and international airlines. Taking a look at the straps and the back paneling, so far the bag has been really comfortable to wear. This is one of the areas that the bag is most well known for, is the harness system. I like how the straps have been implemented here. They have plenty of padding, it's really comfortable and soft. On the inside you have a meshy, breathable fabric that's going to help prevent moisture from building up. The straps also have a nice width to help prevent the bag from digging into your shoulders when it's a little bit more packed out. And then at the top, you have adjustable load lifters that are going to really help you fine tune how the bag rests on your shoulders and pull the weight of the bag closer to you. You have a few attachment points on the straps where you can clip on accessories with a carabiner. And then you have an adjustable and removable sternum strap to help distribute the weight. At the bottom of the bag, you have some quick release buckles that are going to allow you to remove the bag without losing the length of the straps that you've set. And this also can work as a good security or theft deterrent. If you're sitting down somewhere, you can place this around a table leg or a chair leg to make it a little bit harder for somebody to run off with your bag. Moving into the back paneling, this has also been really comfortable. You have some very beefy padding on the back that's well distributed all throughout. It has the same breathable mesh that we saw on the straps, and then there's also plenty of elevation to create this deep air channel, which is going to give you some nice airflow and ventilation while you're walking around throughout the day. At the bottom of the back, you have a few attachment points that you can pair with a waist belt that's sold separately from the bag, and you also have a luggage pass-through here that's going to allow you to rest this on a suitcase while traveling to save some weight on your back. Jumping into the organizational options, there are a ton of pockets all throughout this bag. You really have a lot of flexibility with how you store all of your stuff. First up here at the front near the top, you have a nice quick access pocket. It's going to be a great spot for those items that you grab most regularly during the day. At the moment, what I currently have here are my Apple AirPods, and then I also have my sunglasses with their case. They're still able to fit in there, so you have a nice amount of volume. And then the inside of this compartment has some Nylex, which is going to help prevent against scratching for anything more delicate that you want to store in here. Up next, we have a larger admin style compartment that has some good internal organization. The zippers on this come down pretty low, so you have plenty of visibility into the compartment. And this does go all the way down to the bottom, so you have a section here that kind of can be used to hold some pouches or a jacket or gloves, anything that doesn't fit into the slip pockets. At the moment, I just have a few kind of larger items resting here, which are a Band-Aid tin with some ointment, and then I have my GoPro, and I also have a headlamp that I normally carry with me. And then on the back, you have kind of an admin section that has some small slip pockets for all of the EDC and work essentials that you might be carrying with you. So you have some slots that are going to be good for holding a pen or a stylus. Then you have a larger slip pocket that's going to be a good spot to put your phone or maybe a mouse. And then you have some smaller slots that are, look like they're meant to be used for business cards or just really thin items. At the moment, I just have my Peak Design mobile tripod in there, fits in there easily. Behind those, you have some larger slip pockets that are going to be maybe better for some taller accessories, a portable hard drive, a battery bank. In one of these, I actually have my Air card holder, so you can store a wallet there if you need to. And then you have a zippered pocket behind those, which is going to be a good spot for smaller items that you don't want floating around, cables. At the moment, I just have a Field Notes notebook in there just to kind of show the space. And then one of my favorite things about this area is that you can actually remove it. It is secured with Velcro, so you can take this off if you don't want to use it. You can move it to another section of the bag. You can customize this area with other sort of hook and loop pouches, so a lot of flexibility. And then you have a few loops that you can pair with an included lanyard that has a plastic clip. You have a little loop on each side of the bag, so you can customize it depending on which area you want to be able to grab your keys from. And then behind all of that, you have yet another zippered pocket. This one goes a little bit deeper. It's a little taller, so it might be a good spot for a bigger notebook, a magazine. Currently what I have in here is just a deck of playing cards. And then at the top, the last thing that you have is a D-ring that you can use to attach additional accessories. And then on the lid of this compartment, you have yet another pocket. This is a zippered mesh pocket that has a pretty good amount of volume, so it's gonna have some flexibility with what you can store in here. At the moment, the only thing that I currently have is a lightning cable and power brick to charge my phone. On the back of the bag, you have another compartment that's a little bit more hidden, so it's gonna be good for off-body concealed carry. On the inside, there is hook and loop attachments, so you can customize this with a holster. It does feel like this would maybe create some sort of bulging on your back, so it's probably not what I would use it for, but you do have a zipper on both sides, so whether you're righty or you're lefty or how you like to swing the bag around, you still have easy access to the compartment. And then you have zippers at the top and bottom, so you can pretty much open this from any direction. You're gonna have quick access, and then it's also gonna work quite well for storing something like a tablet or a smaller notebook. The next area we're going to be taking a look at is the laptop compartment, and this is what separates the full from the light versions of the Evade 1.5. Is this dedicated laptop area. This is a top loading compartment, so it doesn't open up completely, but I think that that works well for this style of bag. On the front of the compartment, you have a few larger slip pockets, so it's gonna be a good spot for placing some documents, a folder, maybe a larger tablet. Currently what I have here is my iPad mini, and that fit in there comfortably. These aren't super padded, but it is nice to have kind of a dedicated area to keep things separated. And then on the back of the compartment, you have a well-padded laptop sleeve that's gonna offer plenty of space. Currently what I have here is a 13-inch MacBook Air, but you can definitely fit a 15 or 16-inch laptop comfortably. And so this compartment isn't suspended off the bottom of the ground per se. It does have a soft padding on the bottom, so when you place your device into the bag, it doesn't feel like it's making contact with the ground, so it's still protected. It's just not completely pulled up off the bottom, but I still think this works well. And so pulling the device out, now with the compartment empty, you can get a better look at the inside. No sort of fleece lining or anything like that. The sleeve does come up a decent amount, so it should be able to handle a thicker laptop, or if you want to use a case with your device, that should be able to work. But with the amount of padding that's offered on the bottom of the bag and on the sleeve, it feels like my device is going to be very well protected while I'm running around. And then the last area we're going to be taking a look at is the main compartment. And this does have a full clamshell style opening. To be able to access it, you have to release all of the buckles that are on the side. If you leave those on, you can still use this as a top loader without opening everything up. So nice to have the flexibility to do that. But in this case, I'm gonna open it all the way so you can get a good look at the inside and how I've loaded it out. I'm always a fan of clamshell style bags, as it makes it very easy to load everything and just have full visibility into what I wanna be able to grab. And this is a very big kind of open bucket of space, again 24 to 25 liters, so I was able to hold everything that I typically carry. Diving into the items that I currently have here, first up, my Beats Studio wireless headphones with their larger case. I have a packable rain jacket, my DJI Mavic Mini with its hard shell case, and then I have the Evergoods Civic Access pouch, which is one of my go-tos for having all of my kind of remote work accessories, and then I have my Levitate portable standing desk. Now the compartment empty, you can get a better look at the inside. Pretty simple layout overall, but I like that the back has PALS webbing, so you can attach additional accessories with a carabiner or anything that has a clip. You can put, pens, flashlights, pocket knives, and then it just stays out of the way if it's not in use. This also has hook and loop backing, so you can customize it with pouches, that you can just attach on there and tear them off when you want to grab them. So I really like the flexibility offered here. And then at the top, you have a variety of D-rings that are going to pair well with pretty much anything that has a carabiner. So Alpha 1.9er has their own set of pouches that are meant to work with these D-rings. I use this to attach my my Beats headphones so that I can pull them out and not have to worry about them getting lost. This is also perfect for using with the Tom Bin handy little thing pouch that has a few carabiners, and then it's just kind of near the top. I can grab it, move it out of the way. So I really like the idea behind these D-rings. And then with the amount of space that's offered in this compartment, this is going to work really well for minimal travel. I was easily able to hold my larger double-sided packing cube, a dot kit, an extra pair of shoes, my rain jacket, and use this for a longer weekend trip. And then taking a look at the lid of this compartment, you have some more organizational options. I didn't even have enough stuff to distribute among all of the pockets that are provided in this bag. Two mesh zippered pockets here. First one at the bottom is a little bit larger, so it's going to be a good spot for laptop chargers or toiletries, some medicines, anything that you don't need to grab as regularly. I typically don't use these because I have all of my pouches and bulkier items at the bottom, so I don't want to create any sort of pressure on the items that I'm carrying, but still nice to have it. Above that, you have another mesh zippered pocket nice volume on these, so it's gonna work even for some bulkier items. Currently what I have here is my Tombin Ghostwell pouch, and I also have the little manicure set that I typically carry with me. And you have one additional D-ring on this side, which again is gonna be great for attaching a pouch or other accessories with a carabiner. So really love the amount of space and organization offered in this main area and throughout the rest of the bag. Very functional and well thought out layout. And if you're looking for a comfortable, durable, spacious bag that's gonna be able to pretty much handle anything that you throw at it, then this is gonna be one of the best options that you can check out. And so to wrap up, it's been a great experience testing out the Alpha 1.9er Evade 1.5 Full. You can currently purchase this on the company site for about $195. The price is gonna vary a little bit depending on the fabric that you end up choosing. The one that I featured in this video, as mentioned, was 500D, so that one is about $195, which is definitely a bit of an investment. You are, however, getting a really well-built bag with an excellent feature set, and it's gonna compare well to other similar bags in this price range. And so as I was testing this out, the first bag this made me think of is the Mystery Ranch Urban Assault 24, which is another very versatile and well-built bag. Super comfortable harness system. It's a little bit different than this bag. It doesn't have a clamshell style opening. It has the tri-zip opening that Mystery Ranch is well known for. Well padded and separate laptop compartment. It's suspended off the bottom of the ground. At 24 liters, it's pretty similar in capacity to this, so it can hold a lot. It's got a little bit of a simpler layout. It doesn't have quite as many pockets as this one here, but it's just a very useful bag, comfortable. It comes in at under $200, so if you're looking for something that you can use for pretty much any purpose, then that's going to be a fantastic option to consider. The next bag this made me think of is the 511 Rush 12, which also comes in at about 24 liters. Very well built bag, lots of organizational options. That one has a little bit more of a tactical vibe. It's got MOLLE webbing all around the front and the sides, so you can really customize it to fit your needs. It comes in at a pretty affordable price range as well, given the quality and features that it has to offer. It doesn't have all the same bells and whistles that this one does, so the laptop compartment isn't as well padded or easily accessible. It doesn't have the external water bottle pockets, but it's just a really solid bag, and if you're looking for something versatile and reliable, then that's gonna be a fantastic option to check out. Another bag this made me think of is the Air City Pack Pro, which is one of my favorite tech and everyday carry bags. It's got a really sleek and modern aesthetic that's gonna work well in a professional setting. Very comfortable harness system. It has a clamshell style opening. It comes in at about 24 liters of capacity, so similar to this. It's got a lot of organizational options for all of your tech, a well padded and suspended laptop compartment, external water bottle pocket, so it really kind of checks off a lot of the same boxes that this one does here. And if you're looking for something that's a little bit more modern looking and that's gonna work well across a variety of environments, then this is gonna be a fantastic option to consider. And then the last option that I'll mention here is the North Face Borealis. To me, the Alpha 1.9er is kind of the bag that the Borealis wants to grow up to be. So it's a more rugged, full-featured version of the Borealis. But the Borealis does offer some of the same benefits as far as having a well-padded laptop compartment, a really comfortable harness system. It has the bungee cords on the front that's gonna, allow you to hold larger items that don't fit inside of the bag. It does have some nice internal organization, a large main compartment. It's not clamshell style opening, but it's just a really solid bag. And if you're somebody who's on a little bit of a tighter budget and you're looking for something comfortable and reliable, then that's gonna be a good option to take a look at. With that being said, the Evade 1.5 Full holds up really well against all those options, and I can definitely see why this is considered one of the best everyday carry bags that's currently on the market. So if you're looking for something durable, comfortable, and that's gonna offer plenty of space and organization, this is gonna be a fantastic option to take a look at. And I'm definitely curious to hear what you all think of the Evade 1.5 Full and how it compares to some of the other similar EDC bags that are currently on the market. And if there's any similar options that you think I should check out, as always, please let me know in the comments. And I want to thank Alpha 1.9er again for sending the bag for me to test out, and to you guys for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and we'll see you in the next one.